Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lloyd Jusa, and we are back with the TNA Wine Club. We are on a different segment today, and we have a very exciting concept in front of us. We are discussing stemware. Yes, we are going there. I think for a very long time, people always treat stemware as if it's something that is very secondary. They buy the wine first, but never really pay any attention to the type of glassware one is going to be using. And today, I've got a special gift, I've got this bad boy over here. This is Riedel, all right? It's a glassware company, Austria-based. They've been around for many centuries, starting around 1756. They've been at it, perfecting the art of the vino glassware. Okay, as you can see, I've got a different set of glasses, starting from my right, making all the way to the left-hand side. So we've got bubblies, we've got white wine glasses, and we also have some red wine glasses, and I'm going to take a moment to walk you through everything that we've got. So why suddenly are we talking about glassware as if we're only discovering it in 2025? Well, for the very simple fact that how many times have you gone to a restaurant and you enjoy a wine only for you to buy that wine and try to enjoy it at home, and then you realize that you probably don't like it? That's exactly what Riedel set out to discover. Back in 1956, 1957, they discovered that certain grape varieties taste better when they are served in a wine glass that is shaped in a certain way. And that's what they have done and perfected over the years. They have come up with a series of glasses that are very much varietal specific. So what do we mean by that? There is a glass for Sauvignon Blanc, there is a glass for Riesling, there is a glass for red Burgundy, and also similarly a glass for white Burgundy, not to mention Bordeaux. So today, in front of me, this is what a champagne style glass would look like. The traditional flute is dead. Why? Because other than for Instagram likes and Instagram posts, it really doesn't serve any other purpose other than maybe just concentrating the bubbles in the glass. What Riedel came up with is a glass that looks like this. This is part of the performance range, and what it enables you to do is to actually stick your nose into the glass and enjoy the aromas that whatever bubble you are enjoying can actually give. This gives you a much fuller experience that's richer and more accurate to the styling that the producer was looking for. The second white wine glass I would like to cover is this performance bad boy in front of me. Okay, this is ideal for tank fermented whites such as Riesling, Sauvignon Blanc, and tank fermented Chardonnays like Chablis. In certain instances, I've often used it for even sparkling wine servings. Let's say you don't have access to the earlier flute that I shared with you. This could be an ideal alternative that you can use. It's much bigger. It allows you to take a whiff and to smell some of the nuanced fragrances that you might get out of the wine, and I think you could have a really, really amazing time with this one. So that would be your second option that I encourage you to acquire. Glass number 3 is this bad boy in front of me. Okay, as you can see, it's got a bigger barrel. It's got a wider lip. And the reason for that is it is a white wine glass. However, it's more suited to white Burgundy. What is white Burgundy? That's 100% Chardonnay. However, in South Africa, I've often seen a lot of people, and I've enjoyed Chenin Blanc in this kind of glass, because everything that is barrel fermented or anything that has come into contact with oak, you want a lot of space. And that's what this bigger barrel allows you to have. The wine interacts with the air a little bit more, so every sip is almost like a new experience on its own, enriching the flavors, concentrating the aromas, and giving you a much, much better wine experience. This is what you should look for if you're the type of person who enjoys Chardonnay on a day-to-day basis. Wine glass number 4 is one of my personal favorites. I think this kind of glassware has a lot of history. I think it was in 1973. I just got to check my facts there. When the original iteration was the first glass to make its way into the New York Museum of Modern Art. Now, what this glass does is something totally revolutionary and very special. Okay, this is ideal for red Burgundy. We're talking about Pinot Noir or Gamay Noir, which is the same grape that gives us Beaujolais. All right, then what does it do specifically? If you've ever noticed a conventional wine glass, It's just kind of straight and it doesn't have this lip right at the top. So what this lip does is it forces you to roll your tongue as you approach the wine. You're not aware of it, but then that's the effect that it does. So it kind of forces you to taste the wine from the tip of your tongue. And that's essential for red fruit driven kind of wines, such as Pinot Noir. If you were to taste, let's say, a thick-skinned red grape variety in this kind of wine, for instance, a Merlot or a Cabernet Sauvignon, you would be tasting all those harsh acids, all those harsh fruit characteristics on the tip of your palate, and that would just make the whole beverage very, very unpleasant. So it's important for you to be able to pick the right kind of glass. Chardonnay can work in this kind of thing because it's quite wide at the base here, so it releases a lot of flavors. That's if you're going to go generic. However, this is ideally suited for Pinot Noir style kind of varieties. The last glass is this Bordeaux style glass. And when I say Bordeaux, I'm talking about Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, even some Malbec. Okay, these are thick-skinned grape varieties. And as you can see, this is the biggest red wine glass we have in the range. It allows the wine to open up, and unlike the previous iteration which had a lip to it, this doesn't. So it forces the wine to land evenly on your palate. And as such, the wine doesn't have those harsh flavors that would often be associated with other types of stem wine. I would recommend this if you are probably only going to buy one type of glass and maybe your resources or your finances don't allow you to buy a range. This could be a safe bet where you tend to even serve certain whites in there, as well as some big reds that you might enjoy on a routine basis. So it's a safe bet, very versatile, and I would say this is my top recommendation to anybody who is a regular wine drinker. So that's my take on modern stemware. If you're looking for something for your personal home or something maybe that you want to use on events and things like that, I think Riedel is one of those brands that I'm happy to recommend. In South Africa, you have the good fortune to having one of the biggest licensed distributors on the continent, and that's Reciprocal Wine Merchants. They have access to these glasses. If you are perhaps a little bit further away, Yappy Chef do carry a significant range of the Riedel glassware collection. So thank you very much, and I hope to catch you on the next video.